Roam Research versus Slack. Two platforms, both redefining how we capture information and communicate. But which truly delivers? On the left, Roam Research, the networked note-taking powerhouse for connected thinking. And on the right, Slack, the communication hub keeping teams organized and informed. Let's skip the buzzwords and dive into what actually matters. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll see an exact breakdown of who comes out ahead. The result might surprise you. Okay, here's a quick mind map of all the stuff we're going to compare. Price, primary use, integrations, privacy and ownership, collaboration, and user experience. So, if you're thinking about switching, wondering which to pick for 2025, you'll get the full scoop. Let's kick things off with price. Roam comes in at about $8 a month, and there's even some special discounts for students. Trust me, that's pretty sweet. But, the catch, there isn't a totally free tier if you want everything. Slack, on the other hand, they've got a free tier for small teams. You know, it's kind of awesome for just jumping in and getting your group chatting. Except, once you need premium features, the price jumps up near $15 a month. And your message history gets cut off on the free plan. So, all things considered, Roam wins on price. But Slack gives you a toe in the water for free. Next category, primary use. Here's where Roam totally flexes. If you're into making a web of your thoughts, linking ideas back and forth, or building out a knowledge graph, this thing is, honestly, a game changer. But if you want team chat, not really what Roam is about. Now, Slack? It's basically what teams live and breathe on. You get real-time conversations, sharing files, keeping threads tidy, you name it. Except if you want to manage a bunch of personal notes or interconnect them, Slack's not going to cut it. So, for building second brains and knowledge graphs, Roam walks away with the win. All right, let's talk integrations. Roam keeps things super focused. And honestly, maybe a little too locked down. Like, there's basically no outside integrations. What you see is what you get. But Slack? Oh, and here's something cool. It connects to nearly everything. Google Docs, Asana, Trello, GitHub, Dropbox, and probably a million more apps. The downside? You sometimes feel like you're drowning in bots and notifications if you're not careful. In this round, Slack is a total integration powerhouse. It wins easily. Oh, quick pause. Fun fact. Did you know a whopping 77% of Fortune 100 companies use Slack to keep their teams on point? I mean, that's a ton of power users right there. Moving into privacy and ownership. With Roam, you control who sees your notes, which feels pretty safe, you know? Plus, no company admins peeking in. Encryption is still getting polished, but overall, you're in charge. Now, Slack, it's secure for workplaces, but let's be real, your messages are theirs, not totally yours. Admins and system people can usually hunt through everything. So if privacy is your vibe, Roam takes the point. Let's get into collaboration. Roam lets you share notes, but honestly, it's kind of a solo mission most of the time. If you want to hack away in real time with a bunch of friends, not really happening. Slack, though, that's its whole jam. Channels for teams, chat that's instant, share files, crack jokes, whatever. Sometimes it does get spammy with all those notifications, and keeping big teams organized is, well, a whole thing. But collaboration? Slack wins every time. Last up. User experience. So Roam's got this epic graph database visualization and markdown support, which is cool if you're a nerd like me. But I gotta admit, it's got a learning curve. Like, some people open Roam and immediately close it, you know? Slack, however, feels familiar and easy, like texting, but for teams. There's mobile and web apps everywhere. But yeah, if your team is crazy active, things get messy. Hard to pick a winner here. They both excel, but trip up on something. Let's call this one a tie. So, wrapping up our head-to-head, you can kind of see how these two stack up across a bunch of angles. Roam is laser-focused on knowledge, while Slack's dominating the team comms and integrations. The radar chart makes it pretty clear. Each has their thing. All right, real talk. Roam Research is perfect for deep thinkers, researchers, or anyone who's obsessed with connecting ideas. Slack? If you want smooth team communication and live collab without fuss, it's unbeatable. Both have their quirks, but honestly, use the one that matches what you actually need. Want a nerdier feature breakdown? Drop a comment if you're curious, or hit follow for more tech comparisons side by side. See you next time.